This slow housing market is actually a huge opportunity for buyers, and here's why. In today's video, I'm going to talk about all the reasons I believe this is going to be a great opportunity for buyers. But before we jump into that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Hey everyone, my name is Jorge Contreras, and over the last 15 years, I have built multiple seven-figure businesses. And in the last 5 years, I have built my Airbnb business to 6 figures a month with and without owning real estate. Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, how opportunistic do you feel about this recession? Let me know down in the comments below. So first off, what is going on in the housing market today? Well, we have the highest interest rates that we've had in the last 40 years. And because of that, it has drastically slowed down the economy, but more importantly, real estate as a whole. Prices have already began to go down, where just 8 and 10 months ago, you saw houses selling for $20,000, $50,000, and $100,000 over the asking price. And today we are seeing prices being sold for below the market price, say $20,000, $50,000, and even $100,000 below the listing price. Now, one of the biggest advantages now that it is a buyer's market is that we have the negotiation leverage and negotiation power that the sellers used to have just 8 to 10 months ago. Now, if you wanted to go in there and submit a below asking price offer, you have every right to do that. And guess what? Nowadays, the sellers don't have too many options. There isn't these bidding wars like we had months back. So you can actually go in there and lock in a property below the asking price for sellers to pay the closing costs for the buyers. Now, typically when you're a buyer and a seller, you're each going to have your own closing costs. But in a market like today, in a buyer's market, it is very common to ask for the seller to pay for the buyer's closing costs. If you're excited about the opportunities that are already in front of us and that will only get better over time, smash the like button because it truly helps the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys in advance. Now, one other great advantage that we have is to be able to negotiate during the inspection period. Now, typically when you go into escrow is the moment that your offer is accepted. From that moment up until the day you get the keys, right? That's like your closing period. And it's typically about 30 to 35 days for the escrow. Now, during that time, you as the buyer are the only person that can buy that property, and the seller is not allowed to cancel unless you don't fulfill some of your contractual obligations. And one of those obligations is the inspection period, the inspection contingency. Now, what that means is that you will be buying the property contingent upon that everything goes smooth during the inspection period. The inspection period is typically about 10 days. That means that you open escrow and now you have 10 days to get the inspection done and to make any repairs or credit requests. Now, let's say that your inspector goes out there to the property and notices that, the roof actually needs to be completely redone. And let's say the contractor comes back and says, hey, Jorge, it's going to be about $12,000 for this full roof replacement. Guess what? You can take that invoice, that bid, and submit it as a request, either for the seller to repair it before you close on it, or you can just ask for a $12,000 credit to do it yourself after you close. Now, in most cases, you wouldn't ask for something that significant to be done before closing, because if that roof takes 3 or 4 weeks to repair, it's going to delay the escrow period. But what you can do that is typically more common is you ask for that credit, and at the end of the closing, you will get a $12,000 credit to then be able to take care of it yourself. So whatever inspections come back, right, the inspector is going to give you like the highlighted report of the main things that are wrong with the property that they recommend for repairs or replacement. And then you could use that as leverage to maybe even bring down the price lower, or again, ask for repairs or ask for credits. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There is a link down below where you can schedule a free 15-minute consultation with my team to see if we can help you build your own Airbnb empire with or without owning real estate. And I also have a 5-day challenge coming up where you are going to learn more in 5 days than you have in the last 5 years about Airbnb and real estate investing. Check those out in the links down below. And before you guys go anywhere, check out one of my other videos here on the screen. See you on the next one.